Jay here for Stretford Paddock. That's Scotty, and this is Paddock Live. And yes, we're live. I think Steve might have gone live a second ago, and as some of you may have noticed, that might have been something to do with us going live and maybe something not being right. So yeah, don't worry, he's not live. We are. Scotty, good to see you again, my brother.
Good to see you, man.
How are you?
Away from football?
Okay, if you want.
Yeah. I'm glorious. If we don't
You've been,
football,
you've been very positive, you recently. You have. You've been flying the flag. You've been sticking with your boy Ruben Amorim. You've been going for it. The big question is though, are Ineos sticking with him? So we're going to be getting into that. Also, we're going to be looking at the midfield situation. There's rumours already. We've only just had one transfer window shut, and now another one is already, was not on the horizon, but people are already looking to the next one. Is that going to fix anything? So we'll be getting into that. Plus, there's one or two other stories. So make sure, if you're not doing so already, you are hitting like, share, and subscribe. Shade Delane says Scotty and Motti are back. Yes, I mean, Ozcan says Jay putting in long hours again. Yeah, I was in my kitchen this morning making content at 11:15. Steve M says, he's been a member of the academy for 33 months. By the way, thank you, Steve. Says, I still believe in Amorim, if only because if he can't make it work, I fear we are really doomed. Yeah, I mean, can't believe we're here in September talking about Amorim's future. But talking about it like genuinely, like not, we get a bit melodramatic, don't we? Oh, we lost 3 games. Oh, he's going to get like, there's a genuine conversation going on here where people are going, actually, is he going to get like the vote of confidence soon, or the board backing where it's like that's it? Are we going to hear more and more rumours? Because we've already had a few, haven't we? Yeah. That you called it. I think you know what's going to happen. You get the players are questioning his methods.
Oh, it's groundhog season. Man.
Yeah, you've said it a few times, and you're right. We've had that one already. Then it'll be, Ineos are looking at a list of candidates. Should things not, or
Then the odds start coming out about who's going to replace him.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And we're getting a little bit at now. Listen, I'm not making light of it. I want Ruben Amorim to succeed. I like the guy. I want him to succeed. The question is though, is he going to succeed? And it's one we need to answer. Let's get into it. Let's get into the first story. What have you got for us with the puns?
Rumours spreading on the cob.
Okay, right. So I get I get you spread butter on a cob, yeah? So rumours spreading on the cob is like you're spreading butter on the cob, right? What do you think? You're a wordsmith.
Not great.
It's not great. The only issue I've got is that rumours spreading on the cob feels like it should be a sentence. Like rumours spreading on the hob or something like that. So that's my only issue. I don't know. I think something happens with you lot when it comes to Kobbie Mainoo and puns. I think there's just this obsession with corn on the cob takes over. And that is do you remember producer Ethan, when he did corn on the cob, he butter him up? Yeah. And we all loved it, but it was nonsense. It didn't mean anything.
No. Yeah. It was good because it was so bad.
Yeah. And I think there's a little bit of this. It's like corn on the cob, cob, spread, rumours spreading. Do you know what? I'll give you a 7. I'm in a generous mood. Scotty, do the honours.
Okay, Man United faced embarrassment by breaking transfer rule with Kobbie Mainoo after announcement. Should Mainoo continue to be left in the dark, United faces a similar situation to that they found themselves in with Alejandro Garnacho. Tottenham and Newcastle are 2 teams that have shown recent interest, and reports 10 months ago suggested Chelsea were keen if he was to become available. Team Talk has claimed that Guardiola views Mainoo as one of England's brightest prospects. An interest from City could be a situation to monitor closely, but United can't let Mainoo leave for City. Of course, any deal between the two sides is improbable. A glance through the history books shows there hasn't been a senior player transfer from one side of the City to the other since Owen Hargreaves in 2011.
Right. There's a few things we've got to pick up on here. Right. That's nonsense, isn't it? Or is it?
Since Hargreaves.
Right, sorry. But that's a little bit misleading because I get it, but his contract was up, wasn't it? And he left Hargreaves. He was a free agent, basically, wasn't he? So
Tevez the same.
Yeah, Tevez the same. He was obviously before that, but I get it. It's technically right, but it's not like we sold him. He was a free agent. He could go where he wants. Remember, he was posting videos of himself on YouTube training because everyone was questioning his injuries, and it pissed me off that he went to City Hargreaves because I liked Owen Hargreaves at United. I actually felt sorry for him when his injuries caught with him. Because that one season we had of him, he was mint, and we obviously won the Champions League and the Premier League, and he played a big part in both. Then he went to City, played about 8 games, and then that was it. And I just think it was a waste of fucking
legacy.
Yeah, legacy, because it just pissed me off. Not just me, but a lot of United fans. Kobbie Mainoo's a bit it's a bit of a funny one, isn't it? He had a good little cameo the other day. All the pictures of Pep sort of being impressed with his dribbling went viral. I mean, he's only 20. Not really. He's had 77 minutes in the Premier League so far this season. Doesn't work in this system, but is he going to have to work in this system much longer? To be honest with you,
true.
Can you see Kobbie Mainoo going anywhere else? Do you think he'll stay?
I think he'll stay. I'll see Ruben Amorim going before Kobbie Mainoo, if I'm absolutely honest with you. I remember that picture, what was it, a year ago, when it had Garnacho, Højlund and Mainoo. If you were saying there's one that you want to keep out of them three, it's definitely Kobbie Mainoo. The talent's there, but he's got so much time ahead of him. I think what's happening now is with the performances, and people want change just to try and offer something different. Not because Kobbie Mainoo is going to do that, but I look at young players that I've had in the past, and we've lent on them too heavily, throw them in as some sort of saviours. Rashford being a great recent example, and the injuries that he had early on in his career. We don't know how much that actually hampered him. No, I look forward in terms of like the longevity of his career, and you've got to hope that the people around Kobbie Mainoo sort of say, listen, your time is going to come, but the more that United play crap, then he's got to be an alternative, to try something new. Yeah,
he has. Let us know what you think. Agree with all that. Jordan Amo, who's been a member of the academy 54 months, that's day one, isn't it? Says, I want Amorim to work. He's got rid of the problem players, still needs to bring in a new midfield. If we sack him now, it's one step forward, two steps back. Noob1 says, glad that Garnacho has been sold. I saw his performance today. No change at all. DIY Motor says, United will beat Chelsea. Believe in Amorim. Up the Paddock. Carl Davies says, Kobbie should be starting to the end of this silly man in charge. Don't change his thing when it's so obvious it's not working. However, Greg says, I've convinced myself we should avoid Baleba and buy Wharton and Elliott Anderson in January instead. We're going to get into that. There's a few rumours doing the rounds about who United could be going for in January. And I won't be surprised if we did actually make a signing in January. I thought we might wait till the summer, but it's already, the window's
saving
only
the
just
season,
shut. Yeah, but they might be looking at it going, look, you've got to remember as well, since Jim Ratcliffe, he's not 12. He's, you know what I mean? He's going to want to see some signs of things progressing sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know he's a fit guy who runs marathons and all that, but he's not going to be here for the next 50 years. He wants to see something that he can go, look, we're moving the club forward. Let's go on to the next one then. Another Mainoo. Have you kept the same picture as well? Yeah. You're getting your money's worth out of that, aren't you? Fucking hell. Geordie's
sake.
Geordie's lure Kobbie from the pack.
What is it with the butter? Is everything just...
They're just fucking... Do you know what, right? They're like a dog who's got a favourite car that he chases.
Like butter.
You know, like, you know what I mean? It's just like they have one little thing that they like, and then that's it then. You can't fucking shift them from it. You just got to embrace it.
I'm just saying, butter sponsorship deal, should anyone watching out there?
Yeah, if you are watching Lure Pack, we are available for sponsorship. That could be you, that. Lure Pack. That could be a fucking picture of Lure Pack there, eh? And we could put a link in the description, and you could give us a code.
Pun sponsorship.
20% off, yeah.
It's a new
20% off Lure Pack when you click. I mean, it's not happening yet, but just think about that if you're watching the people from Lure Pack. Off you go, son.
Newcastle are keeping tabs on Kobbie Mainoo ahead of the January transfer window. England international Mainoo was desperate to leave Old Trafford in the lead up to transfer deadline day after falling out of favour with manager Ruben Amorim. United blocked all approaches for their academy graduate, but he once again found himself on the bench for Sunday's 3-0 Manchester derby defeat. Newcastle boss Eddie Howe is known to be an admirer of Mainoo and will consider testing United's resolve if the 21-year-old continues to find himself out in the cold. TalkSport has been told even Mainoo's teammates are perplexed by Amorim's lack of faith in the player who scored the winner for Man United in the 2024 FA Cup final and also started for England in that summer's European Championship final in Berlin.
Eddie Howe, Newcastle, far less. I know City and Newcastle are different in the sense that it's far less likely anyone's going to go from United to City than it is to go to Newcastle. Can't see this happening. United need to fix up though and sort out what's going on with Kobbie Mainoo because apparently this deal was agreed. It was almost like a David De Gea thing where the deal was agreed verbally, but then the contract's not been given to him. That's what I was told anyway. So I was told. I think it's out there. It's not like I've got fucking ITK. So it needs resolving one way or the other because in the summer you're going to get to a critical point, aren't you?
1 year left of the contract. Then.
Where people are going to say, well, you either let him fucking go for nothing next year, or you sign him a new deal, or you sell him because this is the only opportunity you got money. Everyone knows our thoughts on Kobbie Mainoo. We all want him to work out, so let's just get a deal done. It's Chris Griffith says this is class. It's all about the margarine gains. That's good that you say.
Very good. Well done.
Lurpak are missing such a trick here. Jesus wept. Greg says, you need to get Asda into a pun somehow. Joe Smith's ruined our chances of getting a sponsorship deal with Asda. All that fighting he's been doing behind it. Go on, let's have another one.
Anderson's son joins the Devils, leave the trees.
Anderson, son, join the Devils, leave the trees. Forest.
Join the Devils, leave the trees.
Yeah, I'm trying.
It scans okay,
Yeah.
for syllables.
Yeah.
So you get
It's
three.
just the whole join the Devils, leave the trees. It's like, when you edit chants for your kids. Why don't City all go home? I sing that sometimes.
Do you really?
Not at Old Trafford, but round the house.
PG chanting.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Responsible parenting, Jay.
Yeah, you've got to do it, haven't you? It's like one of them ones, but I don't know. It started so well. Do you know what I mean? It was like United against Fulham. It started really well, and then it just fell off. And this join the Devils, leave the trees. I'll give it a 5. What do you reckon? Because you're the expert.
Yeah, 5's generous, to be honest.
Have we got producer cams today? No. Oh yeah, you fucking disabled that, didn't you? Hey.
If you think I can do this,
No, to be fair, right, producer Ben and Harry, they've done well because we've had technical issues all over the gaff the last few days, and they've had to change everything around. So you guys won't know it. Well, you might know it. You might have noticed a few things have changed, but they've been working really hard and they've smashed it because it would have been easy just to fucking crumble. So we haven't got a producer cam. And to be honest with you lads, that's probably done you a massive fucking favour because you'd be sat there with your faces on the floor in disgrace at that quite, honestly, pathetic pun that is an embarrassment to not just me, to this channel, but to yourselves. Who came up with that one? Harry. Harry, quick. I know that Anderson chant. We were just singing it. It's so all right, yeah. Fucking hell. I didn't notice that.
Wow.
Wow.
Thanks for the...
that one
the
might
heads
have
up.
been better than Cleberson. Oh, right. Fucking hell. I wish I'd have watched United back in the day. Yeah, we get it. It's just shit. Right, do you know what? You're not having your 5. It's down to a 4.
I can't believe it's not better.
Oh.
Man United giving clear run at 70 million. Elliott Anderson transfer as contract. Truth clear. Former Newcastle United midfielder Elliott Anderson is on Manchester United's radar for a potential transfer, according to former Old Trafford scout Mick Brown, with the Reds said to be considering a 70 million move for the Nottingham Forest star. He's done a tremendous job at Nottingham Forest, and then he's come into the England side and turned in a man-of-the-match performance. United see him as exactly the type of midfielder they would like to bring in. Reports have indicated that Forest rate Anderson at a minimum of 70 million quid. Twice what they paid for him just over a year ago. Currently, it's believed the midfielder has no intention of departing the City ground.
I like Elliott Anderson. He's getting a lot of props. Everyone's raving about him. I'm not going to get too carried away with England performances. We were just talking about Kobbie Mainoo there. He was like man of the match in his first game for England money, and everyone was lauding him when he got to the final. I'm not saying that doesn't mean that Elliott Anderson is a good player. My point is that I think we need to see a little bit more of him, I do personally anyway, in the Prem, before we say, yeah, he's the guy that's going to come into Manchester United and worth the 70 million. I think whenever someone sort of bursts on the England scene, everyone's like...
Stock rises, doesn't it?
And I think you just got to be careful with that. Do I think you come in and do a job for United? Yes. 70 million is a lot, but I think if you're going to bring in anyone who's going to come in at that age into United's midfield, if it's going to be Elliott Anderson, if it's going to be Adam Wharton, you're probably looking at least 70 million. Carlos Baleba, we've been told, it's going to be over 100 million.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're going to get anyone I don't think we're going to do what Forest did, where you get someone in for 35 million and wait a year and develop them. I think we want someone who could come straight in. What did you make of Elliott Anderson? Do you like what you see so far?
Yeah, he's a good player, but then you look at the sort of opposition that he played against in England. You make a great example with Mainoo. How often have players put on an England shirt and everyone says they're the next best thing. But 70 million seems a hell of a lot of money, and that might be sort of market value for, current people who are coming up into that position. I think because Man United are so desperate to fill it, then we're going to start charging that as a baseline, really, for anyone who's going to play. And especially if we are looking at a January move, then I think the money's going to be...
January move.
I don't think. I worry though if we wait till the summer and we're playing Man United 40th in the table, and other teams come in for Belabra. I don't think it's going to be a straight. Why would you sign?
No, I mean the way fucking Belabra's going at the minute, we're lucky if he gets to move anywhere. He's not exactly set the world alight, has he, this season?
You wonder how much that's been down to sort of his head maybe being swayed.
I think a big part of it is he's done well, hasn't he, the last couple of seasons. I think something's gone on there. And it's too early to say. He's only played a few games, and we've had a good result, didn't he? So it's too early to say, but it's a bit odd. So we'll have to wait and see. But you're right. I was worried about this. I said this a few months ago. Like, we don't know where Arsenal are going to be in the summer. City, Liverpool, maybe. Like, you don't know.
If you look at Rodri's injury.
Yeah, you don't know who could go. Fucking tell you what, we could do with Belabra, and they might have Champions League football, the same amount of money Manchester United, and a realistic
more money than we've.
Yeah, more money, and a realistic chance of winning a title and convincing him, come here, you're going to win things. And United might be like, come here, and you might help us get in the top half of the table. So I'm getting some of the comments on the chat. Bit of a mixed bag in terms of the response. So, oh right. Right, okay. So Ross Murphy says, wrong story. Then Steve M said, fix, lol. And then Stretford Paddock, that's you lot, said, apologies, people. Then Frank F says, Harry having one. And then, yeah, I love this. But producer Ben has managed to deflect it onto Harry. Wow. Yeah, but BMW Racing 1974 says, outstanding performance this evening, producer Harry.
Exactly, it's all Harry's fault.
I think you have to read that comment in a certain way. Outstanding performance this evening, Harry. No, I think you're doing very well. What's this? What are you lot writing here? Stop it, chat. Oh my God, who's let them loose on the comments? These technical issues are on one, but we got away with it. Jay and Scotty didn't notice. Well, we did. And someone else has said, sack the lot. Believe it or not, this is the best we can get.
It's like United's midfield.
Yeah. Please, can't sack them.
Sorry, lads, that was a low blow.
Yeah, I know. Hey,
sorry, that was a bit harsh.
Hey, at least these lot turn up. Yeah. Right, go
on. He's only getting Bruno.
See, I wondered what that comment was that said that. And it didn't make any sense to me. I thought it was just someone trying to do a butter pun.
He's only getting Bruno.
I mean, that's fucking shite. Right? Let's be honest. There's no sugarcoating it. There's no pat on the head. Oh, at least you've had a go. That's just fucking R3 on a Friday at school. I'm fucking done.
Done it.
It isn't it? He's only getting Bruno. What even is that? What the fuck is that? I'm getting angry here. Someone needs to explain to me. He's only getting Bruno. What? How is that a pun? Right, I'm going to read this story.
It's about getting older.
Better fucking make sense to this pun. Go on. If it's literally just getting older, then I am going to take the advice of, let me find him.
I'm glad you don't pay these.
Fucking hell.
In butter.
Yeah. I can't remember. Someone said sack them all. Go on.
Right, Man United urged to sell £100 million star in January window. Paul Parker has urged his former club Man United to sell captain Bruno Fernandes when the January transfer window opens up. It was reported in August that United could be tempted to sell the 31-year-old Portugal international if they receive a bid of more than 100 million. Parker feels Fernandes is not a good fit in Ruben Amorim's system and would like to see him replaced by Carlos Belabra. I think Bruno in this team is a square peg trying to get into a round hole. Parker said it's a big problem. The manager is treating Bruno like a man in a cape who will save Manchester United, but it is to the detriment of United that Bruno is playing. Can United get to where they need to be with Bruno? My answer is no. Kobbie Mainoo is the future.
Right. Several things. First of all, listen, I liked Paul Parker when I was a kid, but fucking hell.
Yeah.
Come on. Paul Parker has urged his former club. You can tell it's a slow news day when we're using fucking Paul Parker's urgings as a story.
With him, though?
I don't know. My only concern, right, with the whole selling Bruno thing is a new manager comes in or there's an injury to the number 10 or whatever. A new manager comes in and goes, look, we're going to fucking play 4-2-3-1 and Bruno's going to be one of the, back in the 10 and, and Bruno and Cunha either side and whatever. And you think, oh, actually, and Bruno does what he's done. I also have a little bit of another worry about the next midfielder we buy because we've got to get that right.
Yeah.
And so far Ineos have bought one midfielder in Ugarte, and the jury's out on him if that's being polite.
Yeah.
So whilst I like a lot of Ineos signings, I love Aidan Evan, Lenny Yoro, don't get me started, the Litz, great guy. Great guy. It's like fucking Donald Trump, great guy. So good. There's still a couple where you go, Xerxes, jury's out, and Ugarte, the midfielder, where he got it wrong, in my opinion. It looks like he got it wrong, although he may prove us all wrong. So we'll have to wait and see. 31 years old, mega money. It kind of makes sense if he carries on playing the way he is. And that disappointing. I'm sad to say that because I love Bruno Fernandes. I do want to say one thing though. Can we have one story that's not about Kobbie Mainoo? Like, is it possible? Because I love Kobbie, but fucking hell, it's like I thought we got away with it.
Throw it in at the end.
Kobbie Mainoo is the future. Right. So I've read the story, and the pun. I'm still. Is it literally just getting older? He's not getting any Bruno younger, he says. He's only getting Bruno older. I don't even know what's going on here. I don't even know what you're saying. Like, I'm fucking lost. This is just bizarre. Yeah, I think we should all move on. Do you know what? Let's just move on.
Yep.
Would you sell Bruno? You would have sold him, wouldn't you?
I'd have sold him. I said when the opportunity came at the end of last season, 100 mil, and if you look at, we're talking about Baleba, and that could be the difference between United being where they are.
Would you do that swap? If it was a swap, you sold Bruno, you spent the money on Baleba.
If Amarim's going to stay, and the system is adamant, it looks like the natural succession is going to be a midfielder. Bruno's 31. I think it's diminishing returns, especially if he's playing in that like deeper role that he doesn't like. It seems to hamper him. It doesn't make no sense to keep a £100 million player, play him in a position that is not getting the best out of him, when you could have, swapped the money.
I don't think it makes sense to. I mean, I love Bruno Fernandes, I do, and I think as a 10, even as a fucking 8.
I can't see him going in January though. No, I can't.
The thing as well, people need to remember, there is a human element to this, because at one point, like United were like, to Bruno, it's up to you. Like, if you want to go.
Isn't that a strange thing for a business to
It is strange. It
is
strange and it is weird. But I don't hold it against Bruno Fernandes if he says to his missus and his kids and all everyone, they have a chat and they go, I don't want to move to the Middle East. Like, I'm not saying anything wrong against the Middle East, but it's a massive overhaul to move your family to a different part of the world where, yes, the money's phenomenal, but this is where you lose the crowd. Money isn't everything. He's not skin. Like, he's still a top level player.
Yeah.
He's playing in one of the best leagues, if not the best league in the world. We've seen, the pictures or the images of Ronaldo at Al Nassr and what's going on there, and it's not the fucking same, is it? It's like sometimes you're playing in front of crowds using the word loosely, look barely interested against players that are nowhere near the standard.
Yeah.
So I understand if as a sports person he doesn't want to go and play in that league. As a family, they don't want to necessarily move to that part of the world. I get all that. You don't know, do you, what the sort of conversations are going on there. So I don't blame Bruno if he's like, I don't really fancy going to Saudi, because yes, he's 31, but he's still playing at the very highest level. So he might not fancy it. And he might think to himself, you know what, I could stay here for 2 years and go to fucking Saudi in a couple of years.
The opportunity is still going to be there. He never gets injured, so he's still going to get a decent...
Yeah. Let us know what you think. Aidan Light says, who's been a member of the Academy for 9 months, says, removing Bruno from a team that is starving of leaders will be catastrophic. Ad says, I promise you, no, Reds, we will not know what we had when Bruno goes. Greg says, if he goes to Bayern or Real Madrid, they won't pay more than 50 million. Sirens says, these puns are shite.
Oh.
Well, we're going to prove you wrong, aren't we, Sirens?
Oh, here we go.
Let's have it.
Come on, Harry. That's better. No need to Thwaites. Let's lace them up. Thwaite works?
So this is Jim Thwaites?
Yeah. And Shea Lacer.
Oh, right. Sorry, yeah. Yeah. All right.
That's the best one of the evening for me.
Yeah. I mean, that's the best one of the evening, isn't fucking saying much, lads.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
That's like beating Burnley's the best of the season.
Yeah, that whole win over Burnley was the best of the season. Good analogy there.
Man United think very exciting. Gem is ready for first team football. Ruben Amorim set deadline. A number of academy players are on the cusp of first team. United staff see Jim Thwaites as one potentially ready to step up, while a 17-year-old is not alone. The Fletcher twins have both being in first-time sessions regularly. With midfield clearly the position that Amorim is considering for a promotion. The superb talent of Jay Lacey is no secret to Manchester United supporters, as he has been a hot topic for years, thanks to his ability. United in Focus can exclusively reveal via Graham Baylor that Lacey is impressing at Carrington. As a result, the club is now considering a well-placed loan move in January if he is not in the first team squad under Amorim by then.
Get involved in the channel comments. Hit that like button as well, please, people. Let's get to 200 likes at least. Look, Jay Lacey, for a few years now, everyone's been raving about him. There was a time, I think it was about 2 years ago, when you had, was it for England under 18, under 17s, whatever it was, when you had like the two Arsenal lads, Ethan Nweri and Miles Lewis Skelly. Jay Lacey, like, they had this crop of youngsters coming through. And Jay Lacey was the one everyone was going, he's the fucking one. And obviously, you've seen what they've done. They've got into the first team, basically, at Arsenal. He's struggled with injuries. It's just injuries. He's had a torrid time of it with injuries, Jay Lacey. He's just, every time you think he's coming back, he'll pick up another knock. He just needs to stay fit. And it's not anything he can do. It's not his fault. If he stays fit, he's got every chance of making it at the highest level, including at Manchester United. If he stays fit, gets a loan move in Jan, and does well there, then hopefully he can come back next season and you know.
Do you not worry about when players have got that injury record when sending them out to
but I think sooner or later, yeah, maybe you wait.
If you're going to a lower level, you know.
But when do you get to the point? I think that Jay Lacey now, there's a
How old is he now?
I think he's 17 now. I think
that's still very young.
It is still very young. I think there's a case of, because of his talent, because he's good enough, I think, to be, you know, in and around the first team. It's just, where is he physically? And maybe looking at it going, look, he's got everything. We just need to test his sort of durability, maybe. So maybe that comes into it. I don't know.
This is another problem with going out of the Carabao Cup as well, because them sort of.
Well, he ain't got any fucking minutes. No. He's not going to get minutes here, is there? So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Jim Thwaites, who is a bit of a dead ball specialist, and obviously we know about Darren Fletcher's sons as well. So there is a good crop of youngsters. I know we say this a lot, don't we, with United Academy? We go, oh, these are the fucking, you know what? But this academy team in particular, over the last couple of years, has absolutely smashed it. So you're looking at it, you're going, there's some really good players there. The trouble you've got is that the first team is fucking terrible at the minute, and it is not conducive to developing talent to start throwing in 17-year-olds. We saw it with Cheeto last season, didn't we? And I know Cheeto did quite well performance-wise. He didn't get any goals. I don't think it necessarily benefited him massively from getting thrown in every week towards the end.
That's always the cry, isn't it?
Wasn't scoring, like,
just throwing the kids to the end of the season. I'm like, you can ruin the career.
Fredrickson, I know he's a bit older, Fredrickson, but he did well. I think was it against Wolves at Old Trafford,
and then was it Newcastle? They got annihilated.
Was it Newcastle, Brentford
as well?
Yeah, and then you saw him against Grimsby, and the poor lad looked out all over the gaff. And like, I don't like saying that because he's obviously a young lad and I hope he develops. But you're looking at Grimsby's performance, you think, is he going to play for United again?
Yeah, it's easier to bleed youngsters into a successful team, but as dysfunctional as Manchester United is at the moment, it could be detrimental to their career.
Yeah, Mathematics says the now needs to be better, but the academy is showing promise. Alex says maybe Kone can come in and do a job in midfield. A few people have said that. Chris Griffith says Lacey's quality a bit on the small side, but so was Janino. Borough, and he was mega. Yeah, is he? Say Lacey is he lives in a house full of Liverpool fans, or his family of Liverpool fans, and he's a United fan.
And he's survived.
Yeah, he has.
Fighter, man.
But he's fucking loving that now, isn't he? Any more?
Lock us up and throw away the Gigi.
This might be a contender for the worst pun we've ever had on this fucking channel. What does this even mean? You wanted G, but it GI, right? So that's meant to be key. Like, lock us up and throw away the key. But GG's nothing like key. But G is, right? But you've not put G, you've put GG.
Oh, I've got a great one for you as well, because you're saying like he's criminal. You could have gone Donnarumma.
Yeah, you could have done Donnarumma. Yeah? Think about that for next time, yeah? Fucking hell. Right, go on, Scotty.
Paul.
Please end this fucking nightmare.
What's the typo? Phil Scholes claimed lack of Donnarumma interest is criminal. Ex-United midfielder Scholes maintains that it is a criminal offence if United were not interested in Gianluigi Donnarumma this summer. City eventually completed the signing of PSG's Champions League winning keeper for just 27 mil, with the Italian impressing against United on Sunday. I don't think the quality is there in the side, Scholes told the BBC. Goalkeeper was a major issue. Did they really need to get to the Grimsby game to realise Onana is not good enough? If Manchester United were not in the market for Gianluigi Donnarumma when he became available, that is a criminal offence. The recruitment side went to buy forwards. That did need addressing, but did it need 3 of them? I'm not sure it did.
I had my sort of reservations about us getting Donnarumma. We were linked with him over the summer, and I just thought, listen, we're a bigger club than Manchester City. We are. Let's not kid ourselves. But he's just won a Champions League at PSG. Is he going to come into a team that isn't in the Champions League and has just finished 15th? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. And if you go to City, you can have a good chance of winning the Champions League. You can have a very good chance of winning the league. You're playing under Pep Guardiola. You could come and sign for United, and Ruben Amorim might not even be your fucking manager in a few months. So it's a hard sell at the minute to tell a player that's got the success that Donnarumma's got. And also, he was on big money at PSG, didn't sign a new deal. We're not meant to be doing these 350k salaries anymore. Yeah. So how do you square that circle with him? So you're going to say, right, we're not going to pay you what you're on at PSG. We've just finished 15th. The manager might not be here in a few months. We're not in the Champions League, but, come and play for United. It's not easy to convince someone of Donnarumma's calibre that that's the best place for him.
And I can imagine that there were conversations behind closed doors, but once there was word that Man City were interested in, the optics side would have looked that the United got involved in a bidding war over him, and then he chose Manchester City, when he was probably always going to go there. I think from a business point of view, though, with United trying to bring down the weekly wages.
You've been on, man.
So the wages is pivotal. Yeah. This is the whole thing with that causes more problems with Kobbie Mainoo wanting money. If you come in and get like Donnarumma for 300 grand a week.
Yeah, then he's going to want sort of parity, not parity with Donnarumma, but it flies in the face of we're not doing this anymore. If you then go, well, we are kind of doing it.
Yeah.
When we said we're not doing it anymore, well, we just meant we're not doing it for you, we're doing it for him.
They need to set a precedent.
Yeah,
with
so
the
maybe this is a chance, or not a chance, but maybe that's what part of it. I mean, it's just annoying it because that save that he made from Brandon Bruno was this kind of save that only a few keepers on the planet would have made.
He's saying Onana wouldn't have done that save.
I think the game would have been fucking a different one if Onana was playing. Let me put it that way. Notch is here, and he says he's on the best part of 300k a week at City. Yeah, I don't think he'd have got that United. The Francie Brady says Scotty's back. Great to see. My favourite Paddock. 911 Milana says when life gives you Le Mans. Any more?
Nice. Good deals from the Devils.
I mean, that's inoffensive. Yeah, fine.
Man United finances 2024.
You just fucking give up, haven't you, by this point? Let's have it right. I get it, 666. Just like I know the fucking Anderson champ. Jesus wept. Honestly, I'm going to look like him in a week. Right, go on.
It's an improvement, to be honest. Anyway, wow. Premier League club achieves record revenues but still makes £33 million loss. Man United accounts for 2024-25 show record revenues of £666.5 million. Total operating expenses down 4.5% and employee expenses by 14.1% or 51.5 mil. More than 250 staff members made redundant in first round of cuts. Net losses of 33 million down from 113 mil in 2024. The club's annual accountants show that they earned greater revenue than ever before, despite not having Champions League football last season, in which they finished 15th in the Premier League, their lowest top flight finish in 51 years. United still saw revenue marginally increase by 0.7% to 666 million. It's a mouthful, isn't it?
Mate, you're doing well here
million, with the accounts for the year ending June 30th, 2025, showing their operating loss fell from 69.3 million to 18.4 million compared to the previous 12 months. I feel like I'm on the wall for Wall Street.
You know, lads, you are allowed to sort of summarise things. Like, you don't just have to copy and paste loads and loads of facts and figures that my friend comes on the channels and has to fucking read on a live.
That felt like...
I felt for you, and I didn't want to interrupt you. But it was just like, all we need is profits are up or down or whatever. We don't need all this fucking...
We're earning more money.
Yeah. Honestly.
Nobody...
And I could see Harry smirking from being through the fucking thing, like, oh, we've dropped a bollock here. But he realised that maybe we should have just put one line there.
It wasn't always like that. When I started dissing their puns,
now they started putting
they threw it all in and said, right, I'll show
Capital there. Yeah. Fucking read that, you knobhead. Hey.
That's exactly what they're doing. I see you.
But I was really worried about the state of Manchester United, and then I see this. Hey, marginally saw revenue increase by 0.7%.
Is that correlation between the 250 that got sacked?
Listen, just fucking sort it out, Ineos. Let's just see some fucking improvement. You mentioned it a few times, you know, we need to sort our finances out. We need to get to a place where we're sort of, it's making sense, and we're sort of doing that in a way with PSR and all the rest of it. But we want to be in a position where we can keep spending money, get better players in, and hopefully get this club moving forward, because at the minute, things are just fucking shambolic.
Do you miss the days when we didn't talk about money in football? Like, it was all right when you're talking about players coming in and that for money, but now it's everyone's an expert on PSR or revenues and stuff like that. I want to enjoy the football rather than everyone getting the calculator out.
You know what? You just need someone like Kieran Maguire or someone
That's
like
all you need. Kieran Maguire.
Explain it.
Is it a Swedish Rumble as well?
Yeah, someone who can just explain it in a simple layman's terms and just go, we're in the black, which is the good, I'm told, not the red, which is bad. There you go.
They should just do it like, you know, when they announce a new pope, they should have like smoke coming from Old Trafford. So we're having a good year.
Yeah,
like
we're
a traffic light system.
Someone says here, 9/11 Milana says Margarine Gaines was the best of the night. I think that's harsh. I think
Bruno Older was the best one.
Bruno Older was the fucking the zenith of this channel, to be honest with you. In fact, I've not done it, so I better fucking do that. There's some merchandise is out. We've got some new merch. There's a link in the chat. Go and check out the Paddock merchandise. You'll see it being modelled by myself, Adam McCullough, Stephen Howson, and Joe Smith. So hoodies, t-shirts, all the rest of it. Go and check out that link in the chat, the Paddock store there. We're going to be back in the morning with the news, and we're going to have off the bar with me, Macca, and Howson as well. Scotty, always a pleasure, my brother. Yeah. Me and Scotty on Sober Fellas. You can go and check that out as well. We've got more content coming up there. Anything else you've up to that you can plug at the minute? Or is it all hush hush?
United Chelsea here on Saturday.
See, I hope you bring that enthusiasm to the watch along.
I can't wait for that, because I want Casemiro to go through Alejandro Garnacho like food poisoning.
Yes, that's what we want. Oh, fucking aggy. Yeah, so Scotty's going to be here for the watch along on Saturday. Don't forget as well, if you film yourself in landscape on your phone for 30 seconds with your score predictions and send it to paddockmatchday@gmail.com, you can be part of the pre-match build-up. That's been Scotty. I've been Moy. This has been Paddock Live. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. Big shout outs to the producers as well for some absolutely terrible puns. And thanks for watching.
Bruno.